Okay, hello and happy Independence Day for those who live here in the United States. I'm Cloud Meinhold. This is July 4th, 2015. We're going to talk briefly about the Oh Beautiful song by Joe Bonamassa, the main riff. Anyways, that's what we're going to get into just at this brief point. For those beginners out there or anyone that just wanted a quick reference to pick this out for those who don't learn by ear just yet, this is a good place for you to start. I learned this song originally off a Facebook link that Joe had posted. It was kind of a teaser, a sampler for the Different Shades of Blue album before it had come out, and I learned the song by ear. So when I did that, I learned it way back here in the low E5 position, where Joe actually plays it up here in the 5 and 7, and then would throw in this E power chord instead of the low E power chord. And of course, I didn't know that until after the album had come out, and I seen him playing it. I think it was on Pink Pop Festival. And anyways, he does it a little bit in a different position, but it's all the same notes that I play. The reason you can't see my hands or fingers on the previous videos I have on YouTube is because it's way up here, and I'm an amateur at this. I'm not haven't been on YouTube very long, and this is my first instructional DVD, which will be very brief, short, quick, to the point, just so I can get the info out there to you. I'm not an instructor, and please forgive any mistakes or any miscommunications. You can always leave any comments at the bottom of the video, and I'll get right back to you as soon as I can if you have any questions about it. I do have the tab book for the entire Different Shades of Blue album, and he does play the intro riff, or the actual main riff for the song, differently than I do. He plays it in a different position, but all the same notes. It's all the same thing. I keep playing mine back where I learned it at because it's in the low E5. It sounds to me a bit heavier. Grew up playing metal and things of that nature, and I tend to lean towards the. I've always loved the low E chord. You just can't beat it. That and the A chord back here, and these original positions, the open positions, are just completely awesome. But I'll show you first the way that Joe does it. It's not the way I normally do it, so please forgive any mistakes that I might go ahead and just pop on out on you. I play a lot of other songs down in that area, and you never know, I might just jump into the wrong chord, but I'm going to do my absolute best to get this to you so that you can get the most out of it. And here we go. We're using a Vox Tone Garage pedal. Let me shift the camera over real quick just to show you. This is a Vox Tone Garage distortion pedal. It's a V8. All dials to the right except for the volume, because we don't want to wake anybody up right now. It's got a mid-shift switch in the middle, that's on. A lot of other pedals will get you their sound. I just don't have any other ones on my board. We've got a lot of different tones going on, a lot of different distortion pedals, and this one seems to fit this song the best. This is a 2014 model Joe Bonamassa signature Epiphone Les Paul, and we'll be using that for this song and many more. But here comes the first video in the way that Joe does it. I'll go ahead and start playing that for you now. Once again, I'm not going to call out any notes on this. I'm just going to play it, and please try and learn the way that you see it. It's very important, I think, for any guitarist to learn from watching another guitarist play. It takes a lot to get your mind into it, and once you do get your mind into it, your hands will come afterwards. You just want to have the ability to translate what somebody else is doing on the guitar in front of you, because the neck is facing the other way. You want to be able to take what they're doing and apply it to what you're doing, and when you do that, you really get your mind a lot deeper into it. I'm a lot better guitarist because of the way that I've learned from playing by ear. From learning by ear when I hear other people play and I hear songs on the radio, and then also from deciphering what they're doing from watching DVDs and concerts. I've gotten way better at it now. I can just glance at what someone's doing and hear it at the same time, and use both of those abilities at the same time to really draw it in and get the notes in the song instead of just hitting a couple here and messing up the whole rest of it. You can really learn some good songs that way by listening and watching. So it's very important. I know all my notes, but I do not know all of their positions on the neck right off the top of my head. A lot of people don't. It takes a lot of time to get that memorized. So I'm not going to call out notes, like I said, and we're just going to go ahead and roll into the way that Joe does it really quick. I'll try and play it a bit up to speed, but I do want to keep it kind of slow for those who are just starting out, since I will have a couple of fingers in the way that I play it. I've noticed looking at the first couple of video attempts that I've tried at this. Just please try and listen to it. What you can't see, listen to. You'll see the fret position that I'm in, and you'll get the idea. Okay, here we go. 5 minutes in, we're going to start. Okay, that's the way Joe does it. I'll slow it down just really quick here before we jump back into the way that I learned it and the way that I do it, which will be a lot simpler for those who are just starting out. Okay, we'll drop back here to the way that I learned it by ear and show you how that goes. And we're going to be starting out on the 5th string. Not the very top string, but the 5th string. It should be your A string. Gotta keep those fingers out of the way for you. Let me try that again and try and keep those down. That's a little unorthodox for me, but let's see what I can do. And that's the G string open. Okay, that's the 3rd string from the bottom. 3rd string from the bottom up, G string open. So we go. And then come on back up. And then the 3rd fret on the top string. Open. And then back down here. And then the open string again. And then the chord. When you do this E minor chord, deaden the 3rd string or the G string, or if you're looking at it from the top down, 4th string down, but we count from the bottom up. 3rd string. 1, 2, 3 up. The string here. Make sure you deaden it. If you're going to cover it with your index finger and cover both the A string and the D string in the 2nd fret, make sure that you curve your index finger down and lightly graze the 3rd string or the G string so it doesn't ring out when you hit this chord. If it doesn't sound the same. It sounds like this. There's a little bit of a sour note in there, so to speak. Deaden that, and you've got one tough sounding chord. So once again, try and keep my fingers out of the way. This is how you do it. Start on the A string. It's going to open. G string open, D string, A string, E string, and then A string, D string, E string, open. Oop, didn't deaden that G, you could hear it. One more time. It's all done right here in the 2nd fret, except for you come up that one time. You do that third fret on the E string. So, oops, let's do that one more time. Sorry about that. Open on the E string. And then the chord. So. Open on the E string. You gotta get that open E in there before the chord. So. And over here it looks like this. Oops, hold on, one more time. And that bend takes place back here. I'll show you that real quick. here on the G string, 2nd fret, open, and then D string. You gotta get that finger strength up in your index finger if that's where you're gonna do it at. So even that little half step in, up to here. Same thing, it's basically the same thing. Okay? Happy Independence Day to you all. That's all I've got for right now. Let me just do one more time the way that Joe does it, and then I'll go back and do it the way I do it one more time, and then I'll be out of your hair. Thank you very much for your time, and any other requests, just let me know, and I know a lot of Joe Bonamassa songs can work out some stuff and put it on here so someone can see how to do it. All right, here we go.